Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the new kitchen. As you can see, we're about to go work out. If you're new to the channel, hey, my name is Veronica Burton. I'm a 26-year-old that lives in the Atlanta area, and this is my new house. And this is my first vlog that's not a moving vlog in my new house. And we are gonna do some moving things today because there's like random boxes that have to be unpacked, and I'm gonna do just a few today. But for the most part, we're gonna live regular life today. For the most part. But Luke and I were just woken up by the smoke alarms at like, I think it was about 50 minutes before we were supposed to wake up. And I was in the middle of a dream and I woke up and I was like, Luke! And we basically like ran around the whole house. Like we divided at the bottom of the stairs and he's like, you go upstairs, I go downstairs. And like, of course he sends me upstairs. And then I go upstairs and he goes downstairs. And it turns out that I don't know what happened, but it was a false alarm, and we have a backup carbon monoxide detector in our master, which was reading just fine, and it's probably one of the best that you can get. So Luke kicked on the heat to go on this morning, and given all the pollen that's happening in Georgia right now, we think that that triggered it. Luke loves Reddit. I don't know if you guys have significant others that love Reddit, but he just goes down the rabbit hole, and he was like, yeah, a lot of people have faced this problem. They all have similar diagnoses of what's going on. So today we're a little tired, but we're gonna go work out in the garage gym. And I'm excited to bring you guys along. I just took my pre-workout. If you guys wonder, number one, I got a brewmate. So far, I understand the hype. I've knocked it over so many times, nothing comes out of it, but it's still sippy. And the sippy part is kind of like rubbery, but it's a metal straw inside, which I enjoy. And then I just took some pre-workout. I took the pre-powder from Powders. I like the rainbow snow cone. So just did this. I do have a 10% off code with Powders. If you guys ever want to try something from Powders, I also take their greens. So they have a really good greens. I personally like the mango kiwi better, but the passion fruit is still good. But yeah, I love Powders. They're a new company. They're started by my favorite content creator, Kylie Holbeck now, and her husband. And I think they do a really good job. Anyway, we're gonna go and work out. Let's do this. And then we have a full day together. I'm gonna really try to do one day in my life, because you guys know I always say I'm gonna do a day in my life, and then I literally do like a week. Why do I do that? I just want to take you guys along. So, okay, let's go work out. Just kidding. I made the most amazing enchiladas last night, and I have this cookbook. It's the Tex-Mex cookbook by Ford Fry. So good, and it was really easy. And I made my own tomatillo salsa, and that's like the green salsa, if you guys are wondering. And it was so good. I highly recommend this cookbook. It was really easy to follow, and we have leftovers. So yummy, yummy, yum. I'm gonna link it below. All right, pollen season. Gotta get my stuff together. We're gonna go bike for a little bit.
at the screen.
Oh, wow.
Watch.
Watch what?
Look at the view.
I know. All right, so my recent smoothie recipe has been almond milk with a little, not a full handful, but a handful, small handful of blueberries, a little bit of bananas, frozen bananas if I can, maca powder, milled flax seeds or ground flax seeds, protein powder. I think that's it. I'm currently using the Truvani protein. I like it. It is a little chalky. That's my one setback. But for me, I'm not a very textury person, but if you are very sensitive to chalky textures, just be cautious. Sometimes I know that the Truvani does sell little packets that you can try. I did that before I bought it, so I knew going in, but some people really don't like that. So be cautious if you want to try it because it does have that little bit of a chalky taste. It's chia seed protein and pea protein, and then it has like pumpkin seed and monk fruit extract, cacao powder, and one other thing. It's only six ingredients. I heard on a podcast yesterday that putting bananas in your smoothie is bad for you. I'm gonna stand by my bananas. There might be evidence, but you know what? I like bananas in my smoothie. I like them, and I'm not gonna stop putting them in my smoothie. It's not like I put 15 bananas in my body a day. I like having bananas in the morning in my smoothie, and I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. My energy feels fine. So we're gonna keep on living life. It's just so crazy. Some of the stuff that I hear just has me in disbelief sometimes. I know that there is like some trials and some science to back a lot of these claims, but at the same time, I'm like, we have to be so judicious over what we allow to influence us and what we decide to take into our everyday routines in terms of what we actually want to implement. And the banana thing is just something I'm not going to implement unless there is like crazy studies out and everyone is talking about it and, you know, my doctor says otherwise. But I think a half a banana in a smoothie is okay in the morning. It's just really funny because they were dying on that hill on that podcast yesterday. It was like a hot topic for like 5 minutes. I was like, it's a banana. It's so funny to me. I think for the most part, my rule of thumb is if I'm doing movement regularly, working out, walking, whatever it may be, I'm eating whole foods pretty clean a majority of the time, so probably 80% of the time, that's the best I can do. And I've been trying to not intake caffeine. I do it with the pre-workout sometimes. Sometimes I try to eat 1 or 2 boiled eggs, let that sit for 15 minutes, and then I'll do caffeine of any kind. Because it does help me not be as jittery. So if you get really jittery when you're drinking your caffeine in the morning, it's probably because you're on an empty stomach or you haven't let your food digest. I don't know, there's a variety of reasons why that could happen, but that is a top reason. So intaking protein before your caffeine would help kind of offset how it hits your system. And it would lessen probably the cortisol that triggers because it's not like a direct impact. Okay, so I'm gonna do some morning devotional time. I did want to say I have been very like sporadic in terms of what time I'm working out. Yesterday, I had plans with my cousin-in-law to come over with her baby. I'm obsessed with the baby. Her name's McKinley. She is literally the most beautiful baby I've ever seen. I've seen so many babies and she is like jaw-dropping. Beautiful baby, obsessed with her. She's not obsessed with me though. She doesn't really like me right now. She's in the mommy mode. She's a little over 1. She's in mommy mode where she's like obsessed with mommy, and that's okay. I tried to hold her yesterday because I needed to, because Anna was putting something away in the car and she was like, ah! Like not screaming, but she was fussy. But anyway, I loved seeing McKinley yesterday, but we went on a walk at 9 a.m. Luke and I went on a sunrise hike yesterday around 7. We left the house at 7, got back at like 8. So for the most part, my morning was a workout, which I really enjoyed. But if I work out in the middle of the day or the later half of the day, I still enjoy it, but it puts me off kilter. Like I'm like kind of a little bit of a mess. So I really want to get back into waking up around from 6 to 6:30. I'm right now in like the 6:45 window to 7 a.m. window. I want to start weaning myself back down to the 6 to 6:30, getting my workout in and having a more organized day, because something I've been struggling with lately is the organization of my day. Since moving, this was a very large scale move, as some of you know if you watch my moving vlogs, and it was a lot to take in. And coming off of that routine for like over a month of moving and slowly packing and getting this house ready and all the projects, like getting the crawl space redone, getting it painted, the AC people here because the AC wasn't working. We just had so many different things going on to prep for our move-in, and then the move and the purge along with the move, because we, as I mentioned before, we completely purged. Like this kitchen does not have close to the amount of stuff it had before. Like I'm not even filling all the cabinets. And same with my closet. Like my closet is not filling every single like shelf or every single drawer. And it's because I want to be very selective over what we have in the house and only what we use. And yeah, that was a lot. So all that to say, I'm coming off of that period of time in my life and I'm starting to settle back into putting more time in my business, which has been a really big back and forth with me emotionally, because I love putting time and effort into my business to resell fine used furniture, and I haven't been able to do that. Like I have made no sales this month, and I'm probably gonna be in the negative because I had to pay rent at the market that I showcase in, and there's a direct correlation between the amount of effort I put into the furniture and what comes of it. And I have pieces in the market that I'm not excited about and that I don't actually like. I like them enough to have bought them, but I'm not passionate about them. And that's because I was not organized when I bought said pieces. There are a few pieces that I am very, very passionate about in there, but not all of them. And I think I need to purge. I think I need to just clean house, take a hit and sell it at cost, and just get it out. So today I want to take some time to plan. So all that to say, that was really chatty, but today what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do some devotional time. My morning routine will be done. I love my morning routines, as you guys know. Then we're gonna shower, we're gonna do a little get ready with me. I have a couple of new products that I'm using that I really like, and I think you guys will like it too. And then we are going to, for the most part, be at home planning and working a little bit. And then I have to pop by the townhouse to wrap up with the painters that are doing touch-ups, because we also wrecked that house. Like the mirrors in the garage gym left holes in the wall. Like not actual holes, but we had to get it like patched and all that stuff. And yeah, it took quite a beating. So I'm gonna wrap that up, and then we're hopefully gonna live soon. Hopefully it sells. But yeah, all right, let's do this. We're gonna do a little get ready with me. Hopefully my camera doesn't just die. Great. All right, hello. We're gonna do a quick get ready with me, and then I'm also gonna talk through just fun things that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about. So books I've read and loved, books I'm going to be reading for book club, just different items that I think you guys would find interesting. So, books I've read. The Women by, oh, this is the Hydrinity. I'm about, oh, that might have been the last spray. Almost. I have a backup, but still, I love this stuff. Everything that I use is linked below, by the way. But I read The Women by Kristen Hanna. Kristen Hanna, if you don't know, she's an amazing, amazing author. She can pretty much write any genre, but her specialty is historical fiction. She is just amazing in how she researches and she gets into it, and that she interviews people from that time period, and she really engulfs herself in that era and writes from a really awesome point of view. And I love her writing because she's not only like informative and makes you feel like you're in the setting, but she doesn't do it in a way where you notice. Some authors, I feel like they write in a way that I notice how hard they're trying to make you feel like you're there, and it's just too much sometimes. And she does a wonderful job. She's just descriptive enough. So I read The Women. It's about, basically, it follows this one character, Frankie, and no spoilers, but she basically, this is not a spoiler. This is like the whole basis of the book, and it's revealed in the beginning. But she goes to Vietnam to be a nurse, and it's about her experience pre-war, during war, post-war, and it really highlights how women were treated as war veterans. Like, they were not regarded as veterans, even though they saw some of the most hideous, ugliest truths that war had to offer. And it was just really sad. It's a gut-wrenching book. She's meant, the way she writes it is meant to frustrate you. Like, there are some areas where you are meant to feel the frustration, where you're meant to feel the fatigue, and she does it so beautifully. So The Women by Kristen Hanna is an excellent book. I highly recommend it. It was one of those where I just couldn't put it down. I loved the book. I don't recommend reading before bed if you're very sensitive to that, because I couldn't fall asleep because my mind was racing. Another one that I read was completely different, more present, and it's a very unique book. I've never read a book like this, but it's called Strange Sally Diamond, and it's so hard to describe, but it's kind of like a psychological light thriller. Not so much of a thriller, but it's definitely has some thriller aspects, but it really just dives deep into the psyche of this one woman who faced a lot of trauma in her life that was very unique and very undocumented and unprecedented. And it just kind of follows her life, and it's really good. It's one of those books that is very unique. I'm not like obsessed with it. I thought it was an amazing book and I read it so fast, but why is this open and closed? Hold up. Okay. But it was really good. And then, what else have I been reading? Okay, so as you guys saw, I did all my usual, and I have this new CC cream that I'm trying out. As you know, I usually use the Elta MD tinted sunscreen, which I still want to use, but today I wanted just a little bit more coverage, but I don't want foundation. I'm not a foundation fan. I will do foundation if I absolutely need to. I hate it. I think it feels awful on my skin. I can feel it throughout the day, no matter what kind of foundation I try. I think it's honestly also kind of like a me thing, but the CC cream, I tried it yesterday, I liked it. I'm gonna keep trying it and give you my full review, but so far, I do enjoy it. Let's see if you can see a difference between one half of my face and the other half. Let's see if I can see a difference. I think I can. Can you see a difference between this one and that one? I don't know. I've never used this applicator before. I got it at the checkout line at Ulta. Okay, this is so interesting to me. Are you an Ulta or Sephora stan? I'm Ulta. I personally love Ulta. I love how they mix in drugstore brands with high-end brands. I just love Ulta. I love their reward system. I think it's far superior to Sephora's. I just like the shopping experience better. And I like how it's so much easier to locate an Ulta than a Sephora, personally, from where I am right now. I'm an Ulta girl. I also I love the rewards. And they always have like such good discounts if you're signed up to their email list, even though they spam you. They do spam you, I will say. But, all right, we are approaching done with this. Always blend on the neck. It's also SPF 40, so I don't do an SPF on top of this. All right, if you're wondering what my outfit is, I love a strapless top if it's actually cute. So I got this from Vitality. You guys know I love Vitality. They have straps optional if you want to put it on to work out or whatever. This is their Vitality top, Vitality bottom. I love Vitality products. And then I'm just gonna have like an Aloe yoga pullover. And then shoes, I might put sneakers on, but right now, just the Uggs in the house. All right, and then for makeup, other than the CC cream, all I do is my eyebrows, because I feel like the eyebrows have like the biggest impact. So here we go. I don't brush in up until they're filled. What else have I been liking? Every Moment Holy is a devotional that I am going to get. I've heard so many good things about it. There's like 3 different versions, so I'm gonna get the first one, kind of go from there. It basically gives you a prayer for so many different life circumstances, like before you exercise, if you're struggling with that, family troubles, if you're in debt, when you're having difficulty at work. It ties in just scripture-based prayer, and as a practicing Christian, I just find like that's so helpful to just, sometimes it's really easy to read devotionals and you're reading something that isn't the word, like it's not the Bible. And devotionals sometimes, like, they're very opinionated and they're not necessarily the truth, they're just somebody's take on it. And sometimes people confuse that with the actual truth, which is the written word, aka the Bible. And I don't know, I like when something is more scripture-based. I find that very intriguing to me. And I've been kind of trying to read more scripture than devotional lately and make my own formulations and thoughts before I jump to wanting to just believe somebody else's. All right, Gucci Flora is my new obsession. I wear this to bed. That's how obsessed I am. I know it's kind of bad, but I love it. It smells so delicious, scrumdiddlyumptious. It just makes me, And then, so you guys know, Kapari. I love this deodorant. I repurchased it. I got it in the charcoal driftwood. All right, we're ready for the day. And then this goes over. And then, all right, I'm gonna go unpack 2 to 3 boxes, and you guys are gonna come with me and try to hold me accountable. Because yesterday I was so oddly fatigued. I wanted absolutely nothing to do with unpacking. Something happened to me. I think it's like I'm over the moving stuff, and this is the part where it gets hard. For me, at least. Like, I'm the kind of personality that I can go super hard, and then whenever it comes to like the last, I've told you guys this before, the last 85%, I'm like, I'm out, I'm done. So let's go do this together. What is all this? Oh my gosh. So this is one of our guest rooms, and we put our drawers in here. And I'm gonna take off like the bottom drawers, just like games and items that we have. Am I ever gonna record a podcast? Who knows? I don't know. Never say never. Also, we're gonna go to the furniture store later. I'm really excited. I love outrageous interiors, and we really need bookshelves because we have boxes of books and no shelves in this house because we got built-ins on the other one. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna go together. Got a lot done. All right, we got a majority of the guest rooms done. So really all that's left is Luke's box of stuff that I'm not even gonna try to mess with. I'm gonna make the guest bed. I just washed the sheets. Okay, why do sheets still smell sour even after I wash them before putting them in the box? It's like if they're just left by themselves for too long, they give that like sheet smell. You know what I mean? Like that, they just smell like sour, even though they're clean. I don't know why they do that. If you have any tips as to how to avoid that, let me know. Because even the sheets I packed that are extra sheets for our master, they still smell kind of sour. I'm like, I know these are clean. Like I washed these and then I folded them and now they smell weird. So if you have any tips, please let me know because it annoys me to no end. Let's go. Hello everybody, it's much later now. I just spent the past probably hour and a half just working on the front porch. I'm getting all of my furniture listed on Facebook Marketplace. I'm trying to be a little bit more aggressive on Facebook. Hold up, Luke's DJing and I have to pass the hallway. That's the basement, his DJ room. But I hope I don't get copyright. Anyway, we have a dinner tonight. Basically Luke and I are involved with this charity. We want to meet those that are involved. Why am I like red right now? Okay, Luke and I are involved with this charity and we are meeting those that are involved with the organization, and I'm really excited to meet them and to learn more about how we can get involved, etc. A big thing that I want to do this year in my life is just here. Where am I going to put you? Anyway, a big thing I want to do in my life this year is just community outreach. I'm getting involved with a local high school group to like mentor essentially high school underprivileged students. And I'm trying to get more involved with just nonprofits and community stuff and just supporting others in the community. And I mean, it's so easy to just kind of write that kind of charity stuff off, but I want to get more involved with the church. I want to get more involved with a volunteer aspect that's consistent and I'm giving back to somebody or a group of people or whatever it may be. So that's like a big thing that I'm doing this year. But I need to get ready because we're leaving in about 10 minutes. I'm going to be very kind of comfy, casual, cute, if you know what I mean. So let me pick my fit and I'll show you in a minute. But I was going to film on the front porch, but then I realized, like, for security reasons, I'm not going to be filming in the front of the house. It's only going to be in the house in the backyard. So yeah, if you're ever wondering why I don't take you out there, that's why. Ready for bed? All right, so as I just told you guys a little bit ago, I ran a little bit late, so I couldn't do a fit check, but it was just, I've worn a green dress before on here and I just wore that with some booties. But basically it was dinner with an organization called We Raise. I'm gonna put it below. I'll talk about it more in a future vlog, but really awesome organization that does a lot of really great and impactful work. If you were curious, you should definitely look into it and read all about it. But I'm very, very glad we went and I'm happy to be getting more involved. It's definitely a huge gift that we are able to get involved in stuff like this. So I encourage you all to look into stuff that you are interested in. And if you want to read about the one that I met with tonight, I'm gonna link it below. But I am putting my retainers on. I don't know if you guys knew this about me. Here's a funny fact that I am probably not supposed to admit on the internet, but I used to have retainers, and for those of you that are orthodontists, you're probably gonna jump in your chair or wherever you are right now, that were broken, and I would still wear them. I would piece them together and I would wear them. And recently I was an adult and I bought retainers again to not harm my teeth any further. So I'm gonna pop these on, I'm gonna go to bed, and then tomorrow I'm gonna edit this vlog. But thank you guys for coming along with me today. I love just taking you guys along on my days. We're gonna be doing a lot more furniture biz work in the coming weeks. I just have to get through this busy travel season and just celebration of friends and such. And I'm really excited. This weekend is Kylie's baby shower and I just can't believe she's having a baby. It's crazy. And that my other best friend Melanie has a baby already. Like, what? It's wild. But I got this new freckle. I'm a little concerned about it. Can you see? I'm gonna go to the dermatologist this week. I'm gonna call them and see if they can get me in tomorrow. I just noticed it. So stay tuned on that if they have to carve this off my hand. All right, well, thanks for spending the day with me. Definitely subscribe to the vlog if you're new here. Thanks for being here. And these are my latest, oh, you hear that? That was my hip. My latest and greatest obsession. I'm obsessed with the Skims pajamas. I have two pairs. I have one in this color and another that I got off of eBay that was brand new. I made an offer for way less and they accepted. Came tags and all in the same packaging and with the receipt. And yeah, it was great. Highly recommend the Skims sleepwear. It's like none other. I've ever tried. I normally hate this kind of sleepwear. I've tried to get it from like Target and stuff in an effort to make loungewear cute. This tops it all. All right. Good night, y'all. See you next time.